Hello, welcome to Math with Mr. Dobrescu to the rescue. Let's continue with our topic, functions. And remember, I gave you an example yesterday. Functions are like vending machines. Remember, you put your dollar in and you expect to get a bottle of water. Only one item, right? And in our example here, remember the input, remember the dollar is the -2. They are giving us -2, and that's our x. And we have a drawing here, a function rule, and the function rule is y equals 3x. Y equals 3x. And remember, what we need to do is we need to substitute or replace the -2 into the x in our function, right? So we are going to substitute -2 into this x in our function in order for us to get the output, right? The y. So we have y equals 3 times -2 now. And of course, 3 times -2 is -6. Y equals -6. And it's right there in our drawing, right? -6 is our y. Okay? And remember, the order pair is -2 and -6. -2, -6. -2 is x, and -6 is y. Just like the vending machines. You put a dollar in, and then you get only one item. Okay? Take a look at this. X is the input, y is the output. And let's look at another example on your own. Take a few minutes, and I want you guys to see if you can write a function rule for the output. Remember, the output, which is y, is 1/4 of the input, which is x. Take about a few minutes, see if you can come up with an equation, with a function, okay? Think about that, and then I'm going to explain it to you guys. Okay, again, a function rule for the output y, okay? Remember, easy math is equals, so y equals represents equals 1/4. Remember, 1/4 is 1/4. Very good. 1/4 of in math means times, right? Times, and then we have the x, right? I hope you got the same answer. So our final answer is y equals 1/4x. Let's continue with another example. Now let's look at this. Find the value of y. So remember, we need to find the y, right? We got to find the y when x equals 5, right? So remember, the input is x, right? And the output is y. Just like the vending machines, right? So we are going to replace 5 into the x. Replace x with 5, so then we can find the y, right? So we have y equals 4 times, instead of x we put 5, minus 1. And everyone should know 4 times 5 is 20, right? So y equals 20, right? Minus 1, and 20 minus 1 is 19. So final answer, y equals 19. And remember, the input is x, which is 5, and the output is y, which is 19. This is our x, and this is our y. Okay? I hope you are getting very clear about this operation with functions. Remember, for each input, there is exactly one output. Input, output. And finally, let's take a look at 2 more examples here. And I'm going to give you a couple of minutes. Please take some time and see if you can find the value of y when x equals 5. Okay, think about this. What should we do? Just like the previous example we did, right? Remember the key word, replace, substitute, right? We got to replace the x with the value of x that is given us, right? So I hope you had the time to practice and do it on your own and see if you got the same answer like I'm gonna get as I'm explaining this to you. So we put 5 for x in both of our equations, And then we are going to solve the equations. So in this one we have y equals 10 times, instead of x we put 5. And everyone should know 10 times 5 is 50. Y equals 50. And the order pair would be, remember, x is 5, y is 50. The input and the output. Okay, and let's continue to example 4. So we have y, the output, y equals 7 minus 3 times 5 again. So we have y equals 7, negative 3 times 5 becomes negative 15. And remember my song, right? I hope you remember that song. Opposite sign subtract. Take the sign of the larger number, then will be exact. So opposite sign subtract. So we are going to subtract the numbers. 15 take away 7 is 8. And then we are going to take the sign of the larger number, which is 15. So the final answer is negative 8. Okay? So x is 5 and y is negative 8. X is 5, y is negative 8, and we are done. Again, remember to practice functions, and functions are again like vending machines, right? Remember, for each input, there is exactly one output. Thank you all so much for watching and practicing with me. And again, I appreciate your likes, and please share this video with your friends and family members. And don't forget to subscribe. Tell everyone to subscribe to my channel so I can post more videos. All the best to you. Take care.